Today, 25 million Latinas live in the U.S., and more than 8 million of them are younger than 18. And these women have extraordinary potential, but far too many of them live in poverty and lack educational opportunity. I started the Eva Longoria Foundation to help Latinas access resources and opportunities to build better futures. We focus on education because we know that getting a good education and graduating from college is life-altering, and it is the single best way to break the cycle of poverty. So I commissioned UCLA's Civil Rights Project to study the factors which contribute to success for Latinas, so we can better understand what makes the difference between dropping out of high school and graduating from college. The young women profiled in this research, some of whom are featured in this video, all faced huge challenges in their lives. Some were undocumented, most had parents with less than a high school education, all were low income, and one had a child while in high school. But they all found a way, making friends with kids who knew how to get to college, seeking guidance from teachers and counselors. Most had parents or family members who also encouraged them and believed in them. And this was the critical difference between these women and some of their friends who didn't finish high school or go on to college.
I remember wanting to be an astronaut because I love the stars and I wanted to go into space.
Since then, I kind of already had an interest in cars. I started to kind of connect the dots and see where it could take me. I think that's when I started to get more interested in engineering.
Something that's always been my passion, or that I've always wanted to do, is work with special education.
Hopefully have my master's by then and working as a counselor with children.
I really want to go into a lot of teaching the children with special needs.
In 10 years, I'll be close to 32. And I will for sure have gone to grad school. Whether it's master's or PhD, I'm sure I will have that under my belt, under my resume. I will most likely be working. I'll have like a career, and I think I will be financially supporting my parents.
This kind of belief in oneself that I do have possibilities carries a lot of young women through very challenging circumstances. We've also seen that it is a real preventative to early pregnancy. Because if a young woman believes there's something out there for her and that she can achieve it, that is a powerful antidote to school failure. Much of the underachievement, the loss of talent, the underrealization of potential for these young women is really tied to poverty. And I think we have to face that. Growing up in poverty has tremendous consequences for all young people, not just Latinos, but it happens that Latinos are disproportionately growing up in poverty.
My mom works in a factory. She didn't finish school. She probably only finished to 3rd grade. She's been there, working there almost 17 years, almost. So, and that's why she's kind of been my inspiration to continue school.
It wasn't until junior, senior year that I started realizing that because I was undocumented, I wasn't going to have access to that financial aid. I don't know if I was naive, as in not really measuring, how expensive college is. We had to go off to pawn shops and, sell our jewelry, whatever I had, for my quinceañera, in order to get money to pay off tuition.
My parents always told me, like, you need to go to school, you need to go to college, and they talked about the menial jobs that they work, like, don't wake up at 4 in the morning, like, you don't have to live this life, like, you can do better.